guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're here with Tiausha.
Hi guys.
And we're going to be talking about what does it mean to serve? Why is it so important to serve? So let's get into it.
A calling on my life to be a worship leader. So yeah, it's just using this talent. And I think, this week for me, I've just been like, God, I literally have nothing else to give you but my worship, but my voice, So for me, it's important because I'm literally just using what I have to worship him, to give him the praise, give him the glory. So yeah, it's just, walking into this calling that I have as well. This is something that God has entrusted me with. He's placed me around people that have been pushing me to lead. So yeah, that's why it's important, I guess.
Okay. But why would you serve though? Why would you want to serve? What's it about serving that we need to do for God? Why?
Yeah. Serving. It's in serving you can find your calling. You can find your purpose. And a lot of people think like, oh, I don't know what I have, so I wouldn't serve. Like, oh, I don't have a beautiful voice, so I can't join the choir, or I don't have this, But serving is literally a form of worship. It's like, I don't know how to expand on it. It's really important you serve, because I don't know what scripture it was. Hopefully Naomi finds it for us.
Oh yeah, I'll put it down.
But it says, he's given us different talents and different gifts and stuff, and you need to serve each other. If all of us sings, bro, who's gonna be playing the
drums?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I got it. I think it's a calling on my life to be a worship leader. So yeah, it's just using this talent. And I think, this week for me, I've just been like, God, I literally have nothing else to give you but my worship, but my voice, So for me, it's important because I'm literally just using what I have to worship him, to give him the praise, give him the glory. So yeah, it's just, walking into this calling that I have as well. This is something that God has entrusted me with. He's placed me around people that have been pushing me to lead. So yeah, that's why it's important, I guess. Sure, right? Yeah, in serving, you're able to find your calling, you're able to find your purpose, And while you're waiting, this is for whoever that don't even know what they can do to serve. While you're serving, God might end up telling you, hey, this is not the ministry for you, join this one then, So yeah, and just everything you do, just do it unto God. Don't be bench warmers, bro. Come on, there's enough things in church to get yourself into. But one thing about serving is that your heart posture needs to be right. It doesn't matter what you do. Like, you can be the ones that clean the church. If your heart posture isn't right, then don't do it. Don't do it. And serving, when I think of serving, it's like you're literally serving the King of Kings. If you get a job at Buckingham Palace, bro, the way you carry yourself, the way you present yourself, just by serving this queen, it's I think you can take that into when you're at church, you are serving the King of Kings. It shouldn't matter what you're in. And, one person that served was David. David was serving since when? I don't even know. He was just also, he played the harp.
Oh yeah, because he started off like a shepherd and then he went to the king.
Yeah, like all of those was him serving, and him serving has equipped him to actually defeat giants. So you don't know the lessons that you're learning while you're serving. But yeah, I just think it's just really important. Like, you're just serving the King of Kings, you know. And one thing that is important about serving is just your heart posture. You know, you can have the best voice and be in the worship team and your heart posture not be right. It doesn't count to God, you know. Don't, like, you know. But yeah, that's my answer.
Nice.
Damn, I don't even know if I'm answering these right.
Girl, like, this is just advice.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes our advice might not be the best advice for them at the time, but as long as someone's listening to that advice, it might help them in some sort of way. Like, if I give advice to you right now, say like, I don't know, you're beautiful, you're beautiful just the way you are, you don't need to change yourself. You might not need that at that moment in time. You might not ever, I don't know, I'm sorry. You might not ever need it. But because I'm listening to it, or you're listening to it, you just, it's a listening thing. I don't know how I'm explaining this.
No, I get it.
But maybe you get it, I don't know. But I don't know. Just a listening. There's a listening.
Yeah.
When people tell you their problems, sometimes they don't need advice. They just need you to listen.
Yeah.
So what you're doing might be just listening. What we're doing is listening to you.
Yeah.
You never know. Never know.
What is serving to you, Naomi?
Serving to, wow. Okay. Serving to me. I don't know. I just feel like it's important because we are God's servants. Like, we are, like, as you said, like, if it's like the queen or the king, we are serving the most high, the highest king of all. Why would you not want to serve the highest person? Why would you not want to serve someone like God? And it's so important that you do so, because like I said in, I don't know if you watched it, but my like stepping outside your comfort zone, if you don't even do that, you're not going to get like your blessing or your what God is intending for your purpose. So if you do that serving, you could get somewhere where God wants you to be. And if you don't follow it, you're not following God's will, God's plan, God's purpose for your life.
And when you're serving as well, you're around people. Serving, you know, you are around the community, you're around people that, I think for me, like, you know, serving, being in the ministry, you have a ministry lead and these people know you, you know, these are your spiritual leaders and they push you, they're able to push you and challenge you, you know. So I think there's so much benefits that comes with being part of, with just serving in general, you know. Because, and some people serve because, you know, they're coming out of their comfort zone, you know. Yeah, people serve for different reasons, to be fair. But, who doesn't want to serve the King of Kings? Like, who?
Who wouldn't?
Why are you not serving, guys?
I
think if you're passionate about something as well, your church doesn't have it, ask them, guys, can we have this? You know what I mean? Like, it's not only tech worship. You know, our church has a cafe ministry, which a lot of churches don't have, you know. So you can serve, you know, ask your church.
Ask your pastors, guys.
You know, so I think you can be creative as well. Use what do you have? I think that's my question of the week. What has God given you? Maybe you're really good with problem solving, or you know, ask God, Lord, how can I serve you with this in church, outside of church, you know. It's just really using what you have to serve, literally. Like, and sometimes, you know, we compare ourselves and we say, oh, I don't have this like this person, or I don't have this like this person. But you have what you have at this moment. Make do of it. And there's a scripture that says, you know, if you're faithful in the little things, then he'll give you more, you know. So we have to be faithful in these little things that he's given you. If he's given you a voice, speaking of myself, you know, use it to the best of your ability until he positions you in front of these kings and queens and all these people, you know. So how do you find being young and serving?
I don't know. I just saw everyone else serving and I was just like, yeah, sure. I don't know.
Do you find it difficult?
I feel like because of a certain age, like if you're under 18, it feels harder for you to do something, because most of the time people are like, oh, you have to be like a certain age to do this because like the type of amount it does. Like I can't work in the mental health ministry because I'm underage, and I've always like I really wanted to do that, but I can't because I'm underage, and so it's difficult. But if you can find yourself doing something else during the meantime, it's better for you.
Yeah, and you shouldn't even view it as, oh, like you've been underage. Maybe you just need to be more equipped. Maybe in the space of, you don't know what's gonna happen. It's this year you're 18. You don't know what's gonna happen between now and then. You know what I mean? And you need to speak to people with experience. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
For me, this is probably just a me thing. Don't come and advise me if you're not going through what I'm going through, bro. Like, if you've never been, you get what I mean? Because it doesn't, but yeah, view this as while you're waiting, while you're serving, Jesus is preparing you. He's equipping you with the right tools to speak to these people, because you're encountering people from all different backgrounds. You get what I mean? And make sure you just use every opportunity as well, in your school setting, because you don't know what if now you're going to be the connected restore helper, you get what I mean, that is able to target this youth audience, so don't look at it as difficult. You look at it like, hey, in this time I'm waiting to serve in this ministry, Lord, work in me, and hey, I want to help. This is what I'm bringing to serve you, Lord God, so sharpen it in this time of waiting, but yeah,
cheers. No, something like when something's from the enemy, what do you do? Like
an attack.
Like if you're tired or you're ill, but you still want to serve God, what would you do during that process?
For me, I just always serve it out. One thing about serving is that if you wait, if I serve when I'm well, I'll never serve. Almost every single Sunday, I have to serve. Now my voice goes. It goes. Last Sunday, I was so overwhelmed. I was like, I do not want to serve. It's some scary things. And if you work with your feelings, you'll never serve. And there was this period where I just really didn't want to serve. I really didn't want to serve. And then I spoke to, my ministry leader, and she was like, Tiausha, you have to serve even when you don't want to serve. Because that's when things just happen. You don't know what happens spiritually when you're there worshiping, leading people into worship, praying. You get what I mean? So you just have to serve it out. There's so many times I'm probably singing in pain, but here is my worship, and that's what makes it even greater, because I'm just like, God, I'm just here to serve. I'm just here to worship you in spite of how I feel, and that's the thing about being a Christian. You don't always want to, well, this is me speaking, sometimes it's difficult. You don't always want to serve. Sometimes you feel tired and exhausted, but you just have to push yourself, because your reward is stored in heaven. Well, yeah. Just push yourself.
Okay.
That's my
2
cents in that. What do you think are the benefits of serving? Let's go to benefits of serving.
Benefits of serving? I don't know.
I mean, there's no disadvantage, bro, when you deep it. There can't be a disadvantage in serving.
I feel like there is.
A disadvantage?
I feel like because, not really, but it depends on what you do. Because sometimes you can't do what you would want to say. So for ushering, you can't go up for an altar call. And
really?
No, you're not allowed to go up for an altar call because we have to be there.
Oh, are you allowed to say this?
I don't know. I think so. Should be able to, but we're not allowed to because we have to be there for the modesty blankets, and they have to cover people up in case something bad happens, and we have to be there in case Pastor Pete wants something or anyone wants something. So we can't go up for an altar call, but we can afterwards be like, oh, Pastor Pete, can you extend the prayer on to me? But you can't at that point of time do that. So it's not a disadvantage, but it's just it depends on the timing of the situation.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know.
Never actually knew that.
Yeah.
That's scary to me. I'm scared.
Ushering. Yeah, that's why I've always had that I don't know for ushering.
Yeah. And I think with serving as well, you need to make sure that your lifestyle matches. Because how can you serve others in sin? You know what I mean? And I think obviously being part of the worship team, something that our church does is 8 o'clock in the morning and Sundays, we're the first ones there to pray. And one of the prayers is always repentance.
Yeah.
You know, it's always because your sin can literally take us down. And something that our leader always mentions is the story of Jonah. This guy disobeyed God, and the whole boat is there rocking because of him, because of you know, your disobedience, your sin. You know, so I think with serving, you know, it shouldn't only just be like, I have a different lifestyle Monday to Friday, and then here I am being holy, because you can cause a disruptancy, if that's even a word, in the spirit. You know, so I think with serving, you just need to make sure that your lifestyle matches. It's just important. It's, if you know you're not gonna commit to God, bro, just, I don't even know if that's a good advice, you know, but yeah, that's one thing about serving. I think one benefit as well is being young and serving. It's actually protected me from so many things. Like, I couldn't go to parties because I was serving. I didn't went to prom because I was serving. But for me, that wasn't...
That's enough. I want to go to year 13 prom anymore.
Yeah.
Because when I think of a prom, especially year 13, I think of so much worldly things, like sexy music, drinking, things that probably shouldn't go on there. And I'm like, do I actually want to do this?
Yeah.
Do I actually want to
go? Yeah.
So
I didn't go to prom, and that was my reason as well. I remember, like, I got my ticket. You have to pay for the ticket.
Yeah.
I got my dress. I had to pay for the dress. And the last day, there was such a heavy conviction of Tiausha, you shouldn't be going there. For several reasons. One, because I was going to be surrounded by people that actually don't care. How can this pearl, put myself in front of people that don't value me, you know? And for me, my school journey has always been me trying to put myself out there, but I am rejected because I am different. I'm not gonna do what you guys are doing, you know? And there was such a heavy conviction, like, you shouldn't be going to prom. The music are gonna be playing that doesn't glorify me. And one thing that I have observed is that, you know, the Christians that, you know, call themselves Christians were actually looking up to me. And I was like, I'm gonna really stand on what I believe to really, if I can just encourage you, like, bro, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Like, and I know that for me, some people are just waiting for me to sin my soul up to use it against me, because during school time, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get into this. I'm not gonna get into this. I'm not, you know what I mean? And yes, I'm there being a Christian in that time, but then I'm going to prom. You know, the music, it's just not like, I'm gonna be putting myself to sing to these things that like, and obviously being part of the worship team, one thing we focus about is, you know, the spiritual element of music. It's when you sing these ungodly songs, it's opening so much spiritual doors you don't even know. And for me, serving as well, like, that's just a double life. That was just like, if I went to prom and then go to serve on Sunday, I was like, I can't do that. You know, and for me, the conviction was so heavy. Like, yes, money went down the drain, but my salvation is worth 50 minutes of sin in my soul, you know? So that's one reason I didn't went to prom. Like, it was just like, I can't do this. This doesn't glorify God, especially me serving. What example am I setting? You know, and this is not condemning anybody that chooses to go to prom. This was my conviction. Like, I decided not to go to prom, you know. And I was even speaking to my mother, and I felt bad because obviously money, like my dress, the tickets,
But you could use that for so much more.
Yeah.
Like, say like if you had a wedding coming up.
I wore it to the gala. That was literally the brown dress I was gonna wear. Literally, I was like, look at Jesus. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think, you know, you might feel like, oh, I'm missing out. Bro, I did not miss out on anything. And everybody that went to prom, nobody messaged, asked me why I didn't come. And I realized these people that I was calling my friends don't care about me. And it's only when I'm gonna take a sip of drinking, then validation. You know what I mean? Then I'm gonna be accepted. And I'm not about to do that, you know. If I need to be by myself, and I think that's one thing that is taking me through A levels, you know, if I need to be by myself, that's fine. Like, I don't need to be understood by the world. I don't need, and you know, being alone helps because I don't need to be tempted by worldly things. Nobody needs to ask me to come to these parties, you know. So that was one thing that serving actually helped me with. It was like I couldn't go to these things because I know that I need to serve. And is that environment matching up? Like, you know what I mean? Is that environment matching the environment of, like, would Jesus be in that environment? You know what I mean? He wouldn't. Like, I don't know. Would he be proud of what's going on?
I feel like he would just like change their perspective.
I mean,
but like not
like for
else.
me, you know, would he? Nah, that was just my conviction. I was like, you know what?
No,
I ain't doing that. Prom was just not for me, and I don't even. But yeah, that's prom. That's one thing, you know, the things that goes, like, I don't even know exactly what goes on at prom, but for me, it's just like,
no.
Yeah, don't even want to know. It's fine. You know, it's just not worth it. And, you know, there was this time I went to like my first high school party because, you know, my parents just allowed me to go. And when I went, I remember at the end of it, I was like, God, I'm not missing out on anything. I'm really not. Because I went to that party, the songs were playing, and I sat down. Everybody was on the dance floor. I was the only person sitting down. And people were just coming and saying, oh, come. And it just, bro, it's just not worth it. And I was like, I am more happy serving than participating in these things. You know what I mean? So for me, like, serving is literally all I can. It gives me a place of belonging. It helps me to serve the King. Like, it's just serving, you know, it's just deeper for me, especially, you know, I have a family at church as well that helps. You get what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah, if I can be at church Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm fine. Like, I don't even want to go to school.
Exactly.
Like, I do not want to go to school. This is not an advice. Go to school, guys. Get your education. But, you know, I just.
Do you know that saying, like, home is like a person? But I don't, like, agree with that. Like, and then, like,
home is a person.
Yeah, like, they say it because of, like, a love thing. Like, home is, like, not your home, it's a person. But I don't believe that. I believe, like, home is where you feel the most happiest.
Yeah.
Like, so home, this sounds so bad. Home is not my home here. Home is not a person. Home is church.
Yeah.
Home is somewhere where I feel like I belong, where I feel the most happiest, and that's church.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go anywhere else apart from church and youth and something like that. So basically, guys, go where you're most happy.
What should be?
Church.
But yeah, that was my prom story, basically. And I had to like break it to everybody. Like, I was like, yeah, guys, I'm not going to prom, because everybody was happy, like, for me, like, oh, just going to prom. And I was like, oh, by the way, folks, not gonna be going. And you know, imagine, I have never really been out for my entire secondary life. Imagine what the enemy was planning at prom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine he's like, okay, boom, Tiausha is finally coming somewhere where I can take her down, make her sing these songs, put some drink, whatever. You know, imagine the stuff this man was probably plotting against my life. You know what I mean? That's why you just have to be so careful where you're going, you know? Your body is a temple of God.
Even
where are you taking this temple? You know what I mean? Where are you? But yeah,
Wow.
That
was not where I expected it to go. Like, but it genuinely helps me, and I think other people with the prom. Like,
but friendships is another thing we should actually do. So friendships, like,
we have so much to talk about now.
Friendships are just crazy, man. Like, but it's all good. It's all good. And that was literally one of my main reasons. I'm just like, these people do not care. And it was the last day, I think it was shirt signing day. And I kid you not, it was
my shirt.
But it was shirt signing. I remember this day, I was just putting myself like, guys, don't you see me?
Yeah.
Like, they would just be, it was really bad, man. They
Let
would
me
be.
sign your t-shirt.
I did actually get a bunch of signatures, right?
Okay, that's
but
good.
it just shows, like, some people do these things not even in the name of love. And what is the point in being surrounded by people that don't value you, that don't see your worth? You get what I mean? Like, we shouldn't be calling these people our friends. You know, friendship equals intimacy. Do these people at school? Intimacy is knowing someone. Yeah. You know, when you're intimate with God, it's that private time that you're speaking. Where nobody's seeing you. That's what intimacy, like, for someone as a Christian that's not dating. Like, it's just because obviously that has different connotations to it. But as a young teen, as a very young, innocent teen,
I'm not that young. We're not even a young teen. We're like,
nah, I'm young, bro. I'm young. But sorry.
Wow.
You know, that's when I think of intimacy, like, you know, when you're intimate with God, it's a place of you and him. You know what I mean? And most of those things that happens in school, nobody's checking on you outside. Well, that's my experience. Like, most of your friendships at school isn't taken outside.
What do you mean?
Like, it's just school friends. That was my experience.
Oh, so like they're not like anywhere else.
Like, we don't go anywhere outside.
Well,
you get what I mean? Like, we don't do it. Like, these people, I just talk to them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday and Sunday, my own life. You get what I mean? Like, they don't message me during that. You get what I mean? So it was just, like, why put yourself in a circle that doesn't value you, that doesn't, you know. Are you finished? It's up to you. It's up to you.
I'll just say go. So that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you
like, comment, and subscribe to this beautiful girl's page if you need more advice. And she posts every Monday, right?
Should be. Yeah.
She's gonna be posting every Monday, guys. Yes. Okay. Thank you, guys. Bye. Now it's time for some bloopers. I'm just not good with being put on the spot, Naomi.
Like, leading worship, what do you think? Why is it so important to do that for you?
Leading worship?
Yeah.
Why is it important to that is such a loaded question. Can we start off with a little breezer, bro? What? No chilled question, straight into it. Important. It's just important. Get Jesus.
Wrong people.
You around people.
Oh.
Around people. Yeah.
So, wait. Hi, not hi.
Hi again, guys.
Right.